going to have a quick look at the model Blackboard site from the student perspective. We can jump into student preview mode at any time we like using the option on the left here. We'll start that preview. If we want to leave that preview mode again, we have three dots on the right hand side, top right hand side there, and we click exit preview. First thing to note is because I've got things on adaptive release, my entire program for this module is actually visible to students if not available. And I think this is a really nice way of showing students what's coming up and to give them an idea of the structure of that module. If we have a look at the content that we've got here, we'll start by looking at the module handbook. It looks very similar to the instructor side, but of course we can't edit things. A couple of things to note. My module handbook is a PDF to download, but if I choose to download this, I get an option to download that PDF or to download alternative formats, which will automatically produce a selection of different formats which might be more accessible to some of our students. Our reading list works by taking me through, not to the whole reading list, but rather I've selected it to only show a portion at this time, in this case 2 books. Everything else is our videos and text as we would expect. Closing that, we can see that my first learning unit is already available, and as a student I can click on this, get a quick introduction, and then jump right into my learning. I've got my material instructions up here and then the materials. My reading list this time will only show me the readings for week 1 because of how I've set it up. I've recorded bits of lectures in 2 modes here for you to have a look at. This is using Panopto, so I can use my slides along with visuals of myself. Here is a quick recording I've done using YouTube where I don't have any slides. Once the student's happy with the materials that they've gone through, they can jump through to test their knowledge with a quick quiz. There'll be a few instructions, and you can see I've taken this one a few times to test it, make sure it's all working. The student will click View Assignment, and they'll be given, in this case, a quick 5-question quiz that they can have a go at. Once they're happy with that, they can submit that quiz. Let me choose an answer, and then I can submit it, submit that quiz, and I can see in this attempt, because it's only formative and it's marked automatically, I've got 0 out of 50. I need to try much harder, but I can use the tools here. I can jump into my mark, I can see what the actual answers were, or I can have another go at the test. There's no limits on this particular test in how many times I can take it, because it's just to aid my learning. If we skip through other parts, I can see that I've made the reading week reflection available. If I jump in here as a student mode, I can see my instructions, and I simply type in some reflection, perhaps adding pictures or videos too. Further on, in week 7 that I've made available for this demonstration, I've got my normal learning units here, and instead of a quiz, I've added a voice thread because I think that might be a topic students want to talk about. In Learning Unit 8, the students are starting to get ready for writing their essay plans. So I've got my normal learning units, I've got a quiz that week for them to test their knowledge, but I've also linked straight through to a library guide that opens up within Blackboard, and here there's some help for them in contacting the library if they want some help in planning their essays. So I come through, I can see that my other modules are still turned off, and other parts of the module are still currently turned off, but Blackboard help there is available. I'm very happy with how the students are seeing that, so I'm going to exit my preview mode and then carry on building other parts of my site.